Hello everybody. So through this session we'll discuss our next story of Beehive. That is our first part of Reach for the Top. Uh, that is Santosh Yadav. As we have already discussed many of the motivational and aspiring stories, this is also in line with that only. And this is about Santosh Yadav, uh, who was the only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice. However, uh, if we talk about Santosh Yadav, she belonged to such a society where the birth of a boy was considered actually a blessing, and birth of a girl was not considered good. uh, and from that background she has come, and the time when her mother was expecting Santosh Yadav, means she was pregnant. Her mother was pregnant at her time. So a traveling holy man, uh, assuming only that they needed a son, he blessed the mother with a son. But talking about the grandmother of the unborn child, Santosh Yadav, she asked, she told actually the holy man that they did not want a son, and the holy man also was totally surprised. However, uh, he gave the requested blessing only, and destiny had it that Santosh Yadav was born uh, in a family where there were already five sons. So that tells us that why the grandmother did not want a son in the family, because they had five sons already. So they needed a daughter, and Santosh Yadav was a sister to five sons, and she belonged to, or talking about her parents, they were affluent landowners, rich landowners, and talking about they belong to uh, small village of Joniavas, Rewari district, Haryana. So talking about as the parents were rich, and they could afford to send her any to any of the schools, talking about in any part of the country, and to the capital also. It was nearby, Delhi, New Delhi, nearby to Haryana only. But they did not send, as the prevailing customs were in family, that the girls were sent to the local schools only, in village school only, and they were not sent to very far from the family. So Santosh Yadav was also, she had to also go to village local school only. However, if we talk about Santosh Yadav, and why actually her name was the name given to her Santosh Yadav, Santosh only, because it means satisfaction, contentment actually, and the family was contented after that when she was born. But if we talk about Santosh Yadav, she was not satisfied with her place in that traditional life, where other girls of her age, they used to wear traditional Indian clothes. She wore shorts. She preferred shorts, and from the very beginning, that was in her mind that if she was right, and she has chosen a correct path, and which was rational, then others around her had to change according to her. She would not change according to them. So she was very much clear about these things, and this shows also that even as a young girl, she was not ready to accept anything unacceptable. She was not ready to follow the things as they are prevailed only. So she was kind of a rebel in a way. She did not want to follow the set rules only. Further, and when she was sent to the local school only, she was not happy, but she decided to protest her in her own way, and she waited for the right time. And the right time came when she turned 16. So at this age, all the girls in the villages, they were asked to marry, and when she turned 16, there was pressure on her also from her parents side to get married also. But she threatened her parents directly that if she would not be given proper education, then she would not marry at all. She threatened directly. And after that, what did she do? She ran away from house. She left the house and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. That was because they were pressurizing her. So that's why she left her house and enrolled herself in Delhi. So at that time, the parents did not get agree to pay her fees. So then also she politely told about her plans that she would do part-time job and that she would earn money for paying her fees. Then her parents had to agree for paying the fee. Now after that also, as her always the desire to learn a bit more, to get education a bit more, her father was also now habitual of this thing, and he also became little bit reluctant. So after passing her school, she joined Maharani College, and in Jaipur directly she went there. She got herself took admission there, and she got a room in Kasturba hostel also. So she remembers that this Kasturba hostel, it was facing the Aravali hills, and actually this was the beginning of her journey of being a climber. And she said that from the window of her room she used to see people going up the Aravali hills, and then they used to disappear. And there was that thing in her mind to know, the desire to know that where these people used to go. And one day she decided that she will find herself what is behind those hills where people used to go up and then they used to disappear. So when she was going up the Aravali hills, she met a few of the mountaineers, and she asked them, shyly only she asked them for the first time, that if she could also accompany them. And not only they readily accepted, but they motivated her for the climbing also. So that was actually the journey how she started mountain climbing. And after that she did not look back actually. And in her first climbing journey only to the Aravalli hills, she enjoyed so very much that after that she saved money and got herself enrolled at the Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, and it is in Uttarakhand only. So, and she did not tell this about her to her parents. Definitely she, as she has done earlier also, at her own only, without taking permission only. So this one also she had done without taking permission from her parents only. So her college semester in Jaipur Maharani College, it was to end in April 19 only, and her training at the Uttarkashi Institute of Mountaineering, that has to be started on 21st of April only, after 2 days only. So what she did not go back home, she directly went to Uttarkashi only, and she wrote a letter of apology to the father also, without whose permission she had got enrolled herself in the institute. So after taking the training, she went every year. Then she went to the expedition for the mountain climbing only, and year after year she became more strong and developed that resistance to cold also, and to the altitude also. Altitude, that height problem also some of people used to, because as we go up, oxygen level also used to drop down. So she built those resistance in her body, because time after time, every year she used to go for the mountain climbing. And the result of her hard work and strong determination came after just 4 years, uh, when she first asked the mountaineers of Aravali hills, as at the age of just 20, in 1992, she scaled Mount Everest for the first time and became the youngest girl to climb Mount Everest. That was the first record in her name. To be the youngest woman to climb Mount Everest. That was the first record in her name. She was a girl with uh, great climbing skills, mental power, strong will, and determination. And because of these qualities only, during her expedition to Mount Everest in 1992, she provided special care to a fellow climber who lay dead at the South Pole. However, she was not able to save his life. But yes, another person she saved. This another person was Mohan Singh, and if she would not have shared her oxygen with Mohan Singh, he would have also died. So talking about it was not, she was not only used to work for herself only, she used to work in a team for her teammates also, and that was the quality which was liked by her seniors also and about by her fellow climbers also. So only next year, within 12 months only, she was invited by some Indo-Nepalese group of women for climbing the Mount Everest second time, and she joined them also, and again she scaled within a gap of 12 months only. She again scaled the Mount Everest, and this time she bagged the honor in her name by becoming the only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice. So that was Santosh Yadav. And with that, she did not secure a place for herself only in the field of mountaineering, but for our nation also, for India also. And Indian government also bestowed upon her with the award of Padma Shri, describing her feelings when she was literally at the top of the world, means at Mount Everest. Mount Everest used to be you can say, it is the top of the world. So she said that it took her some time to realize that yes, she really has achieved that great achievement, something great only. And then she unfurled the Indian tricolor, and she told that she felt proud as an Indian, uh, flying the flag on the top of the world and putting India, feeling that India was really at the top of the world. She said that it was really a truly a spiritual moment for her. Further, as a fervent environmentalist, we can say also that she cared for environment, which shows her concern for environment also. That while coming back, while climbing down the Mount Everest, she collected 500 gram of garbage also from the valleys of Mount Everest and brought down that. So that also shows that we have to clean our jungles, we have to clean our forest also, we have to clean our this natural habitat also. So all in all, we can say that Santosh Yadav, she was a kind of a rebel who was not satisfied her with her place in the traditional way of life, as she has decided from the very beginning that she was determined that if she was on the right path, and she that was a rational path, then others around her had to change and not her. And coupled with her strong will, determination, and focused, she was so focused, whatever she had decided that she wanted to achieve, she achieved that this way or that way. She worked so very much hard. So we have to learn these things from her, and we should also try to focus on one goal in life, and we should also try to work on that in achieving that. So with this is the end of first part of our Reach for the Top, Santosh Yadav. Thank you.